What you're looking at right now is traditional lion dance performed in Penang, Malaysia for the Chinese New Year. But it's not the Chinese New Year anymore, and I'm not in Malaysia anymore. This has been recorded a few weeks back when I was visiting the town to get my Thai visa. And when there I decided to do something a little different. Instead of vlogging, I took my camera for a walk, shoot some pictures, and decided to add this voiceover later to explain better what's happening around me. So what you're looking at right now is called the lion dance, and those lion dances are supposed to bring good luck and prosperity, which is why many businesses invite those dancers into their premises to perform the dance, to chase out evil and bring good luck for the upcoming year. It's very noisy, it's very colorful and fun to watch. And Penang is very walkable. Not maybe Penang, it's a big island, but the town, Georgetown, is very easy to walk around. It's very compact and very diverse. There are Indian districts and Chinese districts, and the buildings are very beautiful and old. There's great street food, so it's a perfect place for a short 2-3 day visit. Very touristy, plenty of hotels, plenty of tourist agencies, motorcycle rentals, but honestly you don't even need to rent a bike. You can walk everywhere within the town, and there isn't that much to see around the island unless you really get bored with the town, which I have already. I'm already bored with the town of Penang because I've been there maybe 8 times by now, so I sometimes do take a bike in Penang to drive around the whole island, but most first-time visitors can just walk around. So now we switch to, these are called clam jetties. And I won't quote Wikipedia here, you can just go online and Google and find information about this place instantly. They are almost or over 100 years old on the eastern coast of the island, northeastern coast. And they are one of the most calm, peaceful places on the island. A great place for an afternoon walk. There's also food, always plenty of tourists, but it's sort of quiet and nice there. I actually sat there on this jetty after I shot this video and meditated for 15 minutes. Whole families come and look at the sea, and there's of course shrines and temples. People make offerings, especially on that auspicious day of Chinese New Year. Actually, this was like the 8th day of Chinese New Year, which was supposed to be one of the most important day of the celebrations, from what I've heard when I was in Penang. So there was a huge party happening just a few 100 meters away from those jetties. So the evening began in a nice and quiet place and then ended up in a proper street party. One of the things that I like about shrines and temples in Southeast Asia is that they are not only tourist attractions, they are like living, full of life temples. People actually go there and make offerings. I especially noticed this in Thailand, where temples are always full of Thai people who come bring flowers and incense and spend time there. But also in those Chinese shrines in Penang, at least during the Chinese New Year. The crowds are gathering, they are preparing the stage for upcoming performances. There will be another lion dance taking place there, but for now people are just making offerings and taking selfies, families walking around, tourists buying souvenirs. The ambience in this place is really very, very nice and easily one of my favorite places, not only in Penang but in all of Southeast Asia. I wasn't alone in Penang this time. I had 2 friends of mine who come from Venezuela, so you might hear some Spanish talk in the background. And I had somebody to go out and drink beer with. Always handy. Though in Penang it's not hard to find somebody to have a drink with. It's full of people, young and old, backpackers, everybody sitting on the streets, drinking, talking, eating the great local street food. Very easy to make friends there, if this is something you're after. So you see, this one is the Chow jetty, because those jetties are named after the clans that used to rule them. There were different Chinese clans. But like I said, I'm not gonna just quote Wikipedia and other sources here. Another typical Southeast Asian view, old people in public, just sitting, watching TV, spending time together. I sometimes have a feeling that we hide our old people in Europe, and here in Asia they are really outdoors. The young people are working and the old people are enjoying their later years. Now look at this piglet. I was just about getting hungry around this time and this smelled beautiful, but that's something I couldn't try. Luckily there's plenty of street food just around the corner. And also soon the fireworks will begin. There you go, this was shot at the entrance to a food hall. Food hall like an open air space with little stalls selling different local snacks and dishes. So this guy was very eager to show me his dumplings, and then inside you can buy all kinds of noodles, fried meats, soups, curries, whatever you want. The food in Penang is very diverse because it combines Malaysian, Chinese, Indian, Thai, and different culinary traditions, so there's plenty to choose from. And look, people eat together outdoors. Hard to find a spot. Whole families. I spent around 2 hours in this place talking to some random Chinese guy who was very proficient in his geography and history and economics, and told me a lot of stories, was very much in love with China and the way politics is done in China. So he was telling me a lot of stories about it. And here's another lion dance. This one is bigger scale than the one that you saw in the beginning of this video. To be honest, I was expecting this to be a bit more acrobatic. They are just jumping from one pole to the other. But on the other hand, there is two guys hiding in this costume of a lion, so I guess it takes some skill to do it in unison without falling off. And there cannot be Chinese New Year's celebrations without fireworks. So there were firecrackers all over the place, very noisy, lots of smoke, and beautiful fireworks show above our heads. This is one of the favorite pastimes of, I guess, people of Chinese origin in Southeast Asia, though everybody enjoys this. I see tourists from different countries, including local tourists, for example Thai and Malaysian tourists, and also international tourists who buy those chains of firecrackers and set them off in the street, making a lot of noise. Also supposed to chase away evil. Everything is auspicious on those Chinese New Year's days. So this video is coming to an end now, and I hope you like this slightly different form of doing things. Again, I'm just shooting this on my phone, I'm talking to my phone now. No time to make a proper setup of microphones and studio and whatnot, but I hope you enjoyed this short visit to Penang in Malaysia during the Chinese New Year. I might do more of those. There's a lot of stuff happening in our lives now. We are moving out of Phuket, the movie's in full swing. We are very busy with packing, with arranging stuff. So there should be plenty stories to tell you on the vlog in the upcoming weeks. And actually I'm going to Malaysia again in like 5 days, but this time I just have to leave Thailand and come back to get a 30 days visa on the border, so I can stay here until we move out for good. No more proper visa run to Penang to go to the local consulate and get a proper working visa.